Hi guys. So today we're doing things a little different, and instead of talking about books, which is my consistent norm on here, I actually want to dive into my writing with you guys and hopefully give you guys some insight. So today we're going to be talking about a writing challenge. For those of you that don't know, I am an aspiring author. I think a lot of us in the booktuber world are, and I'm okay with that. However, I am really pushing myself this summer to finish draft 1 of my novel, because it's a novel that I started in 2010. So needless to say, it's a novel I've been working on for a really long time, and it's one that I hold very close to my heart, which probably means it will never get published. But I've also learned that every time I try to write something else, or I try to diverge, or whatever it is that I try to do to keep going with my writing, I always get pulled back to this story. So instead of cutting it and scrapping it, I have decided that I want to push through and finish it, and take it through the revision process and maybe try to query it. If not, maybe I'll do a self-publish. I'm not entirely sure, but in order to do that, I have got to finish writing draft 1. One of my favorite writers slash Instagrammers slash YouTubers is Sarah Sutton. And she does this really cool challenge where she tries to write a novel in a certain amount of days, and she'll post it on TikTok or she'll post it on Instagram. And so I decided that I wanted to take a stab at doing my own version of her challenge. So that's what I did. I stole it from her, 100%. First thing I did is one of my friends got me this really cool journal, where apparently they go around and they find like random pieces of paper and like pages from the dictionary and pages from, of course now I'm not going to be able to find it, Northanger Abbey, and postcards, and I don't even know what this is, stationery. And so it's really cool, but it also has blank pages for you to write in. This was the journal that I decided to use because I decided that I needed a separate journal for this writing challenge. And so then I completely stole the setup from her. I picked my starting date, which was June 9th. So it's been a minute. And then I decided that I was going to try and see how much of this story I could get done in a month. So 31 days. So that's what I did. So then I set it up exactly like she does. I mean, our charts probably look a little different, but I stole her everything. I stole how she does write a novel. I put the end date, and then I put the dates, and then the target word count, and then my actual word count. So as you can see, it's backwards because that's my life. Once I figured out my dates, I started to sit and think about, okay, realistically, with everything that I have going on in my life right now, what can I do? What can I handle writing wise? And this is the first time I've ever done this challenge. I don't know what my writing time is going to be like. I knew that I am currently working on building curriculum for my district for the upcoming school year. I am attempting to get a second part-time job to save money to go to a friend's wedding next summer. I am also trying not to overburden myself in the sense of feeling like I have so much to do that I'm not enjoying my summer, because that's important when you are a teacher, because next year is going to be chaos. So taking all of that into account, I was like, okay, realistically, what do I think I can knock out for sure every single day? And I started with 1,200 words. And so that is what I've set my goal for this time. I did 1,200 words. So each day it jumps up by 1,200. The first day I did awesome. I hit like over 2,000 words. And then I did decent the next day. And then I kind of fell off. Today I'm supposed to hit 10,800 words. I left off yesterday at 9,119 words. So I'm a little behind. It's a little more than 1,200 words. But I'll figure it out. I will get there. I'm hoping today that I can get caught up. So fingers crossed. So that's how I did my word count. Based off of that word count, by the end, I will have written 38,400 words in this challenge. Or a big finish, because I'm a dork. But whatever. That compiled with what I've already written of this story will put me well above 50,000 words. So I'm feeling good about that. So then I've tried to kind of develop a writing routine. So when I sit down to write, I'm putting on either some music from my writing playlist on Spotify, or I'm putting on one of my podcasts, because I have ADHD, really bad ADHD. But I have learned over the years how to adapt and start to work in a way that I can use my ADHD in a positive light. And that means that when I'm listening to a podcast, or even when I'm listening to music, it generally has words, because that allows my brain to do its, I don't even know how to describe it, but it allows it to listen and like think about that and still think about what I'm doing. It lets me be a little less distracted. I did have the TV on the other day, and I realized that that does not help me. I'm just as distracted with the TV on as I am with silence, because I'm not actively fully engaged. So I definitely need headphones and a podcast. So I'm working on that. And then I kind of look at my word count, where I'm at, especially if I'm in the middle of a chapter, and I just go. I have outline, but it's more of like a planster outline. So like I have an idea, but it's totally flexible. And if my characters decide to be stubborn, like they're being right now, those of you that write, you totally get that. They're not cooperating at all with the way that I need them to. But whatever, I'm making it work. That's what draft 1 is all about. And so I'm seeing that, and then I'm marking my progress at the end of the day. I am really trying to get caught up so I can just go back to 1,200 words. Some days it's easy if I'm really in the flow and I'm like, yeah, I'm good, I'm going. That's great. Some days it's not, and I have to split my writing up into like smaller chunks. It just kind of depends on the day and how I'm doing and all of that kind of stuff. Sometimes it means that I get in bed and I put on my podcast and my boyfriend goes to sleep, and I turn off the lamp and I write in the dark, and it actually works. Although I don't recommend doing what I did yesterday, which is watch a bunch of scary stuff and then turn off the lights. Because then when your cat jumps on your bed, you're going to kick them, and then they're going to get mad and jump back up and bite you, and it's not fun. So based off of this, my goal on my original script for this video, I said my goal was by the end of December, I would have draft 1 done. I would really like it to be by the end of August. So I guess I'm gonna kind of see how this month goes, and if it goes well, I'll probably try and do another one. I will say that I had stepped away from writing for a while, so before I did come back to jumping into this challenge, I don't even think I have my binder in here. I'm not sure where it is. I have a binder with all of my chapters printed out, and I actually went through and I read through the 15 chapters that I had at that time, And so I did edits and revisions to kind of get me back into the mindset of my characters. So if you're hitting a writing slump, maybe that's something that could help. If you're not that person, no stress. Writing is very unique and everybody does it differently. So I'm going to revise that. I'm going to say my goal is by the end of August have draft 1 done. That does not mean that I'm anywhere near done, but hey, draft 1 is draft 1. And I'm really excited to see how this goes. And when I finish it, I will definitely give you guys some feedback about how it goes. What do you guys think about doing an activity like this? Do you guys like trying to force yourself and doing these kind of challenges? Do you hate them? Is it too much pressure? What's up? What are your thoughts? I'm really excited to delve into some writing content on here instead of just doing book reviews, although I am in a reading slump, so I apologize in advance. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. So if you want more book reviews or writing content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it so that it can help make the rounds through the writing community. But otherwise, I will be back with a book review very shortly, and keep writing. Bye guys.